I really just wanted to do a shake out. Hello, summoner! But I didn't. I did in the end, but how the hell are you?
No.
I unintentionally have pink hair today. I bleached the blue out and it went pink. I got a haircut. Nice. Moving on. We're back. We are missing Jen, unfortunately, in the turf war between the oil barons and her. She did lose, so she's gone. We'll get her back eventually. They've asked for a ransom. I'm saying no. I'm going to haggle them down. It'll be fine.
With the contribution of your subs and your bits, we can get Jen back on this channel.
Yep.
Yeah, she's conveniently 3 gift subs away from coming back to the channel, which is exactly what I need for a payout next month.
Yikes.
And Twitch is also matching gift subs or something, I think.
It's September. I think they're discounted.
It's add 1 gift
something
sub for
like that.
every 5.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That one.
I did not know that. I don't keep up to date with enough of the Twitch stuff. But how is everyone in the channel? We're messing around with some audio levels, so stuff might be a little quieter, a little louder. I don't know if chat can really hear much of the music that's going on in the background for the Venzera and Open Music, but we're going to get in pretty quickly. Since Viddy wasn't here for last week's session, Raph, you used to do
AJ,
it.
how
I'm
are
sure
you
you can
doing?
do it again.
I reckon AJ wants to do it.
AJ,
Yeah, it's AJ's turn.
listen.
All right. So last week was the spring festival for the 8th Lyceum. We started off in our own... oh no, we just left the Tavis estate and were wandering the streets the evening that the festival was getting set up. So nothing was really set up. There were a couple of food carts and drinks and stuff, but we bumped into... Oh, God, name's gone. Starts with an S, I want to say.
Salia?
Was it Salia? Yeah.
Yes, it was
Salia.
Yeah.
Who invited us to the Gilded Rose to have a drink and bite to eat, have some dinner. We got there and it was very char-grilled. And yeah, Salia acting as if she owned the place, which I suppose the estate does own the place, so, you know. We got chatting. I don't overly remember what about. But conversations were had. We had a few drinks. We all went our separate ways for the night, where Emmeline removed cake from Salia's face, as she would gorge herself on cake after a successful mission with the Shadow Paradox. The next day, we all gathered up and went to the festival. There were many fun games, many fun prizes. We managed to win every single prize that we could. Just like the total, you know, legends that we are. There was a owlbear rodeo. There was riddles in different languages, which I don't think we did. There was it Pick a Potion or something like that?
It was an Iron Stomach Potion Edition.
Iron Stomach Potion Edition, that's it. But you had to drink it in a specific order to counteract all the different effects that were happening. That was that was very fun. And then there was cantrip target practice, basically. And then the most
Apparently there was
intriguing aspect.
a familiar maze.
Oh, yep, Familiar Maze, true. Familiar
New
Maze, where
obstacle
Poppet
course.
absolutely kicked ass. Absolutely killed it.
Best girl.
Best girl, absolute queen. And yeah, then we got to the fortune telling and tarot reading. there were some very interesting reads from the tarot deck. Emmeline kept wanting more and more and more, hoping for a better read. It wasn't going to happen. And then we received a prophecy. A very seemingly broken prophecy. I'm not sure if that's just the way that prophecies may be in this particular area of the world or this time of the world. But the prophecy, all of you Bedlam, broken, violent, it's corrupted, shattered on all bounds. Aggression and chaos comes your way. Willpower will be tested. It will spiral further and further. Do not fall fool to your impulses. You must master them before it is. You must be. And that's what happened.
AJ, would you like a chance at earning inspiration?
Sure, why not?
Close your eyes for me. So, what is the color pattern on the scarf I used to cover the mirror behind me?
Wow.
Jesus
There's
Christ.
3 colors.
I feel like there's 3 colors.
It's 3 colors.
It's just beige. 3 colors.
Yeah.
This is maybe the most troll one I've done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go dark green, burgundy, and white.
Open your eyes.
Are your eyes okay?
Fuck.
So it's
certainly been there.
pink,
every
white, grey.
session.
It's only been there for 3 years.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I had to do that. I got the idea to do that like this
That's
morning.
fine.
I was like, that's gonna be fucked. So
See, I've always thought that's just been a curtain. But anyway.
now that there's a mirror there that I use for getting ready. So, but when it's down, you can see onto the bed. So it's like Shaz is chilling. So that's the session. That's where we pick up. We're going to pick up a little bit back from where we ended the last session. A different, not necessarily bad, but a different sort of atmosphere. We open tonight in Venzarden proper. Zanril was turned roughly on the 3rd of Kelthar, which is about 7 days. Why am I doing combat music? That's wrong.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned there for a second, Diz.
I was like, what?
That's all right.
What?
I was
How far
wondering
back
how
are we
getting into
going?
Now they will turn the rest of you.
it.
Under the Tavis estate, in a low-lit chamber, Aurelian's speaking to his friend. Pain, fear, hunger. Zanril was experiencing all of these. 7 days and no feeding. It's a trial for most. We were told when they returned, many will go feral by the 10th day if they're not fed. Zanril will be allowed to feed tonight. How they get their blood after this may be difficult if they don't cooperate with the estate. With the glow of the yellow eyes in this low light chamber, just after we ended with Zanril saying, "You did this?" Aurelian, in the low light chamber. What are you saying? What are you doing? As the eyes kind of look on you, the feeding hasn't happened yet, and there's both this mix of fear, trepidation, and hunger. Even just the eyes resting on you, you can see like the fangs bare a little bit, even when they speak. Carol's in the back. You feel safe with Carol here. Like there is a certain presence that he can bring to a room. But you're You're not sure if you were alone with Zanril, if the friendship could overcome the impulses of 7 days of hunger.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't know that this was what was going to happen. But I'm here now. And I'll be with you every step of the way.
The teeth grind a little bit. And you see Carol kind of reaches for a switch, and kind of from a hatchway behind the cell kind of opens up, and a young enough sheep gets kind of herded into the room, and it's not a sight you'll ever forget, seeing someone who is so poised and put together in your mind for such a long time, as they like snap from looking at you to this, like the ears picking up on the grinding of stone as it turns, and he snaps and dives on the sheep, and it's just a flash of red for a couple minutes. As you kind of grimace away a little bit, Carol with his arms kind of folded behind you just goes, "Don't look away."
I would never.
There's not a lull to it, but a kind of, as the sheep gets exsanguinated, Zanril kind of looks up, the eyes still glowing a little bit more. There's a curl to the lip, a hint of a smile. There's relief from all of this. And there's like this rhythm to their breathing that's just mix of ecstasy and euphoria and relief.
I
Kind of looks up. Yes. Am I free to go? Am I out of here? And Carol. And he reaches down to the table beside him. He hits another switch, and you hear that some mechanism in the door unlocks.
I'm gonna reach out, grab the door, and try it.
Yeah, just. The eyes kind of, as Zanril slinks back into the darkness of the corner, like just glowing in the darkness. And then, at a speed you've never quite seen Zanril move at before, they right up on you, and you think for a split second that you will be this sheep in a second, and you will happen to you. You kind of recoil back, and you feel the arms grasp around you and over you. The nails dig into your back. A bit too hard, but it subsides the fear, the burst of instinct, and it's just Zanril is holding onto you for dear life.
Hey, it's okay. And
There's a
shakily,
shakiness to the breath.
it's okay. I'm sorry.
Take me home.
I'm gonna look over at Carol. You're free
Looks
to go.
around. You can go. Someone from the estate will, we have some people that are in a similar situation, but not from same causality. They might be able to shed light on what the first few weeks to months of this turning will be like.
And what's dangerous for him now?
You? Other than that, not much.
How long do we
Sunlight
have
will not. I don't know the exact strength of the turn that he was given. So, well, it will be what it will be. He should have at least 5 years, I think, before he has to either choose to become full-blooded or pass on. Other than that, sunlight, bit sensitive, but nothing damaging. Running water, nothing to fear right now. The only pot-blooded vampirism is easily maintained. It will worsen over the coming months to years. But the state will help where they can. And should things go well, the vampire hunters on this side of the country need not know any better. And Natava's family is always willing to help their own kind. As long as they have apt reason.
I understand.
I hope so.
I know we haven't necessarily seen eye to eye. I know I've been in Aya. But thank you.
Think nothing personal of this. This was not my decision. I executed part of it. The turning has nothing to do with me. I'm kept as a day agent enough for now.
Doesn't matter.
You need to
You
worry
didn't have
about
to tell me.
Lord Tavis.
You didn't need to tell me any of that. You did.
I've no issue with you, right, Ilian? I just report. I'm impartial in all of this. It's not part of my job to have an opinion on these things.
All right. I'm gonna turn to Zanro. As far as things go, my home is your home as well. If you're not ready to go out.
I want my room and the Gilded Rose.
We can do that. Yeah. Home then.
Get me.
Let's get you
Yeah.
cleaned up. Borrow something to wear on the way over. Let's go.
And it's like they're trying to clean no blood off their lips a little bit. This is the least put together you've ever. Even in a hospital bed, Zanra looked pristine, and this is a difference that is somewhat of a shock to the system. As you go out into the thoroughfare, the low sunset, even the light, the dim light of natural light for Zanra is harsh after being inside for 7 days. They kind of shirk away from it, and they get up into the streets and kind of stretch, rub their eyes, and look, you go, Sugar, you gotta tell me what you did.
I fucked. Worse than anything else I ever had. Any other time, this is the worst.
What happened?
These people that took you, that took over the Gilded Rose. Set it on fire.
What did you
I
do?
work for them. I work for them now.
Why? What? Why should they do this?
Because I stepped out of line. I guess I've never done anything like this before. Very different out there.
What did you
And
get
this is a
yourself
mistake.
into?
I don't know. There's a lot. There's so many things. I can tell you what time, and not out here. I don't know who's out here. Zenro. They got my dad.
Wait, I think they got him like they got me? Or
No,
they
they
just
found
got him?
him.
Okay. I mean, hey, look. Bright sides and all. The rarer the fetish, the more I can charge, right?
I suppose
Vampire's
so.
gotta be worth something.
Shh. Hey, I don't think you want to. And we just quickly look around. I want to make an active perception check.
Yeah, please do.
Let me just check something. $18.
18. You look around, it's among the nights you count yourself lucky. You know the Spring Festival of the Aether Lyceum is on this time of year, and it draws most everyone, so the streets are pretty dead. This is a normal busy part of towns, but you're happy that of the nights to be doing this, at least everyone's on the other side.
So, remember that thing you got in trouble for years ago with your stomach? You know, the crazy stuff. This is much. They'll come hunt you. It's not safe.
Shit.
Yeah. So, selective clientele. If you know what I mean.
Well,
If even
alright.
that.
But they have your dad. That's something. That's
Yeah.
worth it. I mean, hey,
They've.
I stay
He's
inside
like-
most days anyway.
I know, but.
Okay, you couldn't have known. You couldn't have known at all. Hey,
I tested it. Zenro. I tested them.
buddy,
I know.
you are my favorite idiot, but just get me home. So you kind of hurry through the streets, finding your way to, and I think this probably hits you just as hard, seeing the Gilded Rose in the state it is. As you see from the outside, there's construction work going on already. There's scorch marks up the side. Clearly, like one of the eastern portions of it was burned completely to the ground. There's people heading in and out, not many workers at all. You see some very familiar guard uniforms, although various modification versions of some of the Tavis Estate house guards kind of posted out near the front. Home sweet home.
Looks a little different.
I mean, you don't look good without makeup either.
I mean, at least your room's okay.
And it looks at the guards and walks towards the door and is allowed in. There's very clearly a Tavis presence here.
As I look around, do I see Alara anywhere?
You go inside, you will see her.
Yeah, let's get you upstairs.
Can I walk through? Alara goes. She rushes up and goes, hold on. I didn't know if you were alive. What happened? She kind of grabs Zanril, looks at him, looks at you and goes, a lot has happened, Aurelian. You might want to sit down.
Alara, this is all my fault.
What?
This is all my fault.
What do you mean? It's all your fault.
This wasn't an accident.
No. There was a fire.
The day I left.
Yeah. You didn't start the fire.
No, but can we talk upstairs?
My room is under construction right now. We can go to the back though.
Let's go to the back.
She kind of guides you through. You see
Really
various, as
quickly.
you kind of go through, there's like this in the back area. The kitchen currently not in major use, is being converted to something of a, like, a ramshackle, like, treatment area for some of the staff are getting bandages changed for burns. Some of them have, like, the side of their face completely scarred. People you've come to know and enjoy and be friendly and familiar with. She kind of ushers you to the back. Zanril kind of excuses himself and heads up to his room. She sits you down. She pulls a bottle of very, like, bottom of the shelf bottle of whiskey, which is very unusual for her. And just boop.
You might want to pace yourself. This is quite a bit.
Hey, Uldra gifting
that's
5
also-
tier 1 subs to the channel. Hey, thank you so
It's
much.
also quite a bit.
Ultra.
Thank you so
Oh.
much. And
Rocks up
you
with an
added,
ahoy.
wait, Twitch added
Hey.
1 gift sub and 2 bonus gift subs. Nice. Thank you so
Oh.
much.
Thanks, Twitch.
Thank
3
you.
out of my
Ultra.
Twitch gifts and thank you so much. Wait, I think that's a hype train. This is our 4th ever hype train on the channel. Very
Oh
cool.
my
on,
god. Breaking it around. That's so
Thank you
good,
so
thank
much. This is
you.
a very serious moment of doing it, in, so you'll forgive me if I try and keep in character a little bit. So,
Hold on, let's zone back in.
so I'm back in.
Burn people everywhere.
Burn people everywhere. Your home away from home is being somewhat destroyed.
I don't know how else to say this, but this is I took a job, Alara, and I think I fucked up. No, I fucked up. I don't think I fucked up. I definitely fucked up. There's so much that's happened in the last couple of days.
Stuff
Who
from
was
the
it?
beginning.
That day that I came by to seek funds for the arena. That night.
Awkward timing.
Yeah, it was not great. Met a couple of the the other folk that were in with me that time.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, we took a job. We're trying to figure out more about the portals in the 10th realm. The causes and... Do you know who paid for repairs here?
I know, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't technically own the Gilded Rose anymore, for a while anyway.
I know.
Tavis estate. They...
Maybe... I think we could maybe do something about that, but at a later time. Yeah, so I work for them now.
Same.
Looks like we all do.
Warned you they were dangerous.
I know. And I was a fool.
Just happy you and Zanril are alive. I didn't know if you got caught in the fire. We're still trying to assess who didn't make it.
Who did we lose?
Lost a lot of people, Aurelian. Everyone on the top floor was gone. It's... I think there's about 9 people gone. Yeah. Some clients as well, but our people, about 9. We would have lost...
What does the
We
public
lost-
think?
Public thinks it was a fire. Unfortunate fire.
Accident?
Accident. The guards are looking into it. We don't know if they thought maybe someone started it, but let's be honest, taverns are involved. Fires aren't that uncommon. It's what's done is done.
Listen to me. I'm really sorry about your tavern. Really upset and sorry that we lost friends.
Look,
This is mostly my fault. It was a push too hard. But I swear, I'm gonna try to make this right. To you.
don't care what you did. This is... Whatever happened is whatever happened. You pushed too hard. It's a building. We'll get it back. It's a loan. They own the business until I can eventually... It happened at a really bad time, I'm not going to lie. Obviously, I just given
know.
you everything from the box, and we'd just resupplied on everything. So now we have to
How much do you-
resupply.
How much do you need for the loan?
For the building, for the damages, for the payouts to the families. We're talking big money. Pretty much equal to what cost me to start this. About 12,000.
Let's start with the payouts to the families. How much is that?
About 2,000. Between 9, some of them. Remember, it's 9 of our workers, but then some clients that... high up clients that are threatening to get us shut down, so... The Tavises are very... They've covered it all. They covered it all, thankfully. But I'm just managing the place until such a time then. my entire career as an adventurer went into opening this place. So it's just a building. It's a little bit less money for me. I still get a wage. I still have a place. Everyone who made it still has a home, albeit a bit more cramped.
I want to reach into my coin purse. Currently, it says that I have 225 gold.
Yeah.
Don't remember from the last job we did was put in.
I believe it would have been because there was 200 from that, so that would be 225.
Mhm.
So that was 200 for
220
everybody. So 225
200 for everyone.
should have.
Yeah. And then I have 2 platinum as well. I'm going to pull out 200. It's only a fraction. But at least for a while. Just rainy day fund. Pay it forward for some of the families. Whatever you need to do.
No, I don't need to. There was
I owe you
woman.
at least.
called Lo. She came over and she made the deals and she took care of everything, and she introduced me to this scary woman named Salia, who was very cold. But she seemed to be the one in charge of all their funds, and she made all the payments and signed
That's
our
the treasure. Yeah, that's.
and the interest rates and everything. If we stay on top of it, we should be able to pay it back in good 25 years.
Aurelian's gonna put the 200 in front of her, and well, now it's a little less, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Just save it, because you never know when you might miss a payment, and this might be enough for at least one.
I'm sure. I'm sure we'll get this all well. It's alright.
I know
It's
we
just
will.
a building. We'll mourn the people we lost, not the building we lost. Everything else will make back.
There are the buildings, yes, but none quite as well suited as this one for you.
It'll be fine. It will be fine. She just pulls you close and hugs you, and she goes, I thought you were gone. I thought the fire got you. I thought you and Zanra were both gone.
No, we're both here. I'm glad you're okay. We do need to talk about Sandral, though.
What's wrong with Zanra?
Are you ready to talk about it?
I'm ready for a lot of things. I've been dealing with enough.
Zenril, you want to explain, or should I?
Zanra went upstairs as soon as you guys got here.
Oh, never mind. I guess it's me. Zenril's been punished on my behalf. But I need to know something.
What you need to know?
I'm gonna cast message so nobody else could hear it.
Okay. I think message still has a vocal component.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, it does. It's not telepathy. God damn it. I'm gonna write it in my book. And a really short hand message. What do you know about vampirism?
Grabs the quill from you. Writes back. I know the rumors. I know Samael. Beyond that, not much.
You've never hunted them.
Not the sort of adventures I went on.
Do you know what kind of people would?
In theory.
Just a quick look around the room to see if there are any, like...
Seems clear enough.
Xander's a spawn.
And it sits back. Leaning forward, picks up the quill. It's okay. Not great, admittedly. We'll deal with it.
Can I ask you to keep an eye on Senral? I'll come visit. And I'm just... now at this point. I'll come visit as often as I can. I'll take care of whatever needs to happen, but... Senral needs some extra care from now on.
Okay, I have someone who owes me a favor. Braxton. He adventured with us.
Okay.
He's a bit of a lout, but he was always reliable and very good at protecting us. If your work takes you past a small little place called Lavoca, and she writes a message and kind of folds it over. Give him that, tell him I'm calling in a favor. He'll be a personal bodyguard until he can... I know he can't pay off what he owes me, but this work could pay it off.
Erling's gonna take the note and put it into like the front cover of his book. And then he's gonna tear out the section that has all of the different scrawlings between me and her, and prestidigitate the corner of it and just let it burn. If it comes to that, I will make my way over as soon as I can, if we go that direction. But it might be a little rough for a little while. I'll try to come by as often as I can, and I'll take care of everything else.
All right. We don't have any of my old gear. She kind of leans over for some of the gold you kind of put down, and she takes kind of she starts counting it out, and then counting in her head. Can you get me a rapier? How much do they charge for studded leather armor these days? Here, take 75 gold. I need you to get me a rapier and some...
Hold on. Aurelian's gonna go into his own pet, pull out his rapier. pull out Leo's studded leather armor. Here.
You believe I was quite good with these ones upon a time?
Oh, I could believe it if the stories have something to go by.
She kind of picks her rapier up and checks its balance.
It's all right. It's not the best, but gets the job done.
Used to have an enchanted one. Sold it. Helped build the funds for this, but it's all right. She's actually quite impressive. Swords bard.
Ooh,
Ah.
I like your style.
I like the cut of your jib. As you're kind of sitting there talking, you hear a very loud kind of like click of fingers. And she kind of stiffens up. And you see just from behind the doors, you see and can hear Leo, Ali, and Emmeline walk in with Salia as she motions something. She goes, stay here. I just have to go serve them.
Oh,
Yes.
no, those are the
Just-
friends. I'll come with you.
No. Not with Sally here right now. Just stay here. I don't want them knowing you're telling me anything. When they're gone, you can leave, but I don't want you to be seen by that woman. I don't care if you work for her. Just stay back here for now.
All right.
And that's just me expositioning, so we don't cross what happened. As
Yeah.
the night comes to, and the following day, you spend a lot of your time taking care of Xanaro the following morning, helping him adjust to the sunlight, getting him cleaned up. A lot of your day is like the little tasks. But at the end of the day, the following night, when things kind of calm down, you once again find, not with Sally this time, but Emmeline, Ali, and Leo on the night of the 11th, after all the festivities, make their way back to the Gilded Rose, where you see them. Rhea is still nowhere to be seen, but
Was this
Oh,
the night
enjoying
that
the-
Leo was doing the
this is the night where
Big
Leo will be
analyzed.
doing the disc.
will be?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
cool.
just a little
This
quick
is
catch
before
up,
we go.
just before you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is before.
Sweet.
Watch me somehow put that off for another week for Nate.
How dare you? I will riot.
Sorry, video. I interrupted you. What were you saying?
Oh, enjoying the festivities, are we?
Yeah.
Indeed. It was quite the fun festival that we had. Got a lot of, I think we got all of the prizes that we could have got.
Yes, we have
Yeah.
a bunch of presents for you. And Rhea, wherever bloody hell she is.
She's not with
She
you.
ran off too.
No, she
No.
got a letter and ran off. I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's important.
Mm.
We haven't seen Maria for over a day now, since we got back.
Yeah.
This happens, she'll turn up.
Right.
She
I mean, she's in the basement of the estate, for all we know.
Yes, about that. How are they? Well, we know about Xanral, right?
do we? Yeah.
You-
Do we know about it or?
You were
Oh,
Contextually.
I was talking
something.
about like the bathhouse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, they said Xanaro's waiting. to
Emily
meet you.
knows.
Emily knows.
Emily knows.
I don't think
I don't think the others
Ali
do.
and Leah would know something's up, but they wouldn't know the extent of what actually happened.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah. No, Ali. Yeah, isn't quite intelligent enough to make connections.
And we'll retcon that back.
Yep.
How was your night?
Oh, wonderful. Got a lot of writing done. Just got hit by a wave of inspiration, you could say.
Speaking of writing,
But yes,
Ali will
presents.
just pull out of
Oh,
like a coat
yes,
pocket.
of course.
Here you go. This will write, what was it, 1,000 words a day?
Thousand words a day.
There you go. And hands you a quill.
Just 1,000 words a day.
Yeah.
It writes it for you.
Hmm.
Give those hands a break.
Impressive.
Well, that seems like cheating almost.
You still have to come up with the words.
I always come up with the words.
Well,
Yeah.
we're glad,
So it's
we're
not
glad to
cheating.
help.
Well, this is very kind, but you're the ones who won it, no?
Oh yeah, but we won it for. Well, we're not going to use a quill that can write words. It's not really in our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
We saw it and we thought of you. It's a gift. Enjoy a
Yeah,
gift.
we're a team after all.
Nope. Okay, thank you.
Oh, well, we've got something else. Where's that cloak, Ali?
I thought you had it.
Oh, so I'll just
cloak?
take the haversack off, start rummaging
So,
through things.
Let's say for express sake, you dump out all the presents onto the table, so everyone can have a peruse. So if you have the list, anyone want to?
Yeah.
We didn't. I think you guys didn't have a chance to examine any of them in true. So would anyone like to look at anything in specific today from the list to look over and
Pull.
look into?
So we've already divided up some of them, but in terms of the things we haven't divided up,
Oh,
Yeah.
ooh, there's
Did
some things
anyone
in
take
there.
the coin of iffy luck? I don't recall.
no.
Do we know what the bubble wand
Mhm.
does?
It's a
Blows
long
bubbles.
dick and
Blow
blow
bubbles.
Yeah. Good luck taking that off, Jen.
Yeah,
And Nate,
that's the
Nate,
most.
what does the compass do, Nate?
Okay, funnily
I
enough,
don't know.
compass, as you open it to point it, Leo, you would know this. It's not pointing north.
Damn.
Huh. That's weird.
What?
What?
What is it?
North is that way. Pointing that way.
Okay.
This is a broken compass. Okay.
No, it's not.
Is
It's
there
not
anything-
broken.
Is there anything on it?
Please hold. Put it down.
Okay.
Identify.
I don't know.
Ellie goes to hold it.
It is a semi-sentient compass.
Oh my god, we get to name the compass.
Hello?
But only half a name, because it's only semi-sentient.
No response.
Yep. Spin east if you can hear me.
Does a quick whoop, spins around. Spins east.
Nice
Does
to
it go
meet you.
back, or?
I'm Leo.
Does a
Are
quick
you speaking to a compass?
around.
Hello.
So you've got a
But-
compass with an attitude.
I believe we've made a friend.
So the identify will also tell you the compass, bar spinning its symbol, has no other ability to communicate. It does not point north. It points to what the compass wants most.
To what the compass wants most.
And what?
Awesome.
Yes.
What direction is it pointing at now?
It's like eastward.
Pointing to the world.
Well, okay, what are you looking for the most? Why don't you tell me? And I'll do a quick walk around the room to see if the needle moves in a more meaningful direction, if it's something localized.
Kind of as you stand up, the compass face kind of shifts to the door.
See, Leo's batshit crazy as ever. What's in the bag? Looking
So
at
many things.
The gilded leather satchel.
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
A beautiful carry
Ellie will
sack
take it
that
off and
is
pass it.
very fashionable. It is empty.
Anybody else in need of a bag?
I was just carrying it just cause I don't really need it.
I was going to take it if no one else wanted it, but if you want it, that is fine.
I mean, it's your
by all means.
glamorous sort of style, isn't it?
I'll hold it up to like to Emmeline and see if it like matches their outfit.
So, fun
Mine
thing, as
better.
you hold it up, you hold it to each person. The bag shifts its color palette to match whatever outfit you hold it up against.
Oh shit!
It's a bag
Bag of glamours.
That's
No,
cool.
Let's go.
No, you can't
this,
choose its form. It just matches.
This is
Very nice.
Look, I'm gonna hold it against me. It matches my outfit the best, I think.
You know what? You take it. It does match well.
Go for it.
Well, this compass is a lot of fun. I'll come back to you later. Sorry, I've got some work to do. Close it. Put it in my
It opens
pocket.
itself back up.
All right.
Can I have a look at the moth lantern? Are there any like identifying like words or scribbles
Give
or
me a
anything
nature
on
check.
it, or is it just okay? I don't think I'm good at those, but let's find out, shall we? If I had to guess, I'd say it's a +1. It's a -1. Let's give it a shot. That's a 7.
There's a lot of moths in it, man. You're wondering how to feed them. That's a small concern. What do moths eat? Find curtains.
Does anyone know what the moth eats?
Depends on the type of moth. Sometimes they're fully grown and don't have any means of eating. It's really tragic, really. They only live for about 7 days. Starve.
Shit. Okay. I only have this for a week. Oh no. Oh god.
That's not all moths, though.
It is also magic. It could be enchanted to have the moth survive, and you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, they are
True.
adjacent to butterfly, so perhaps king plant matter, fruits,
Maybe.
syrup.
I'll just tie it to my belt, just with a leather tie or something.
Yeah, it's a very small, like little lantern, kind of attached yourself. Pretty handy. And while you equip it, you do have access to the dancing light cantrips, which only activate dancing
Yes.
light on the lantern itself.
On the lantern, and while it's
you're within you get a
activated,
+1 to your
it's
wisdom.
+1, yeah. Pretty good.
Yes.
Right.
Des,
Okay.
given that Aurelian was writing for a lot of the trip, is there like one book that like he's almost done right?
Yeah.
I want to try using the whimsical on it to try to finish it.
Try to finish it. Absolutely. As you do that, random. Are you paying? How much attention are you paying to it?
I'm at first just like paying close attention to it to make sure that like the font, like the actual like style
Yeah, it
of
matches.
writing.
As it kind of gets close to being done, you notice the Whimsy Quill has added selective profanity to the prose and odd doodles in the margins.
Oh no.
Hee hee. Hee hee.
Oh no
Get pranked.
no. That's Is that what I'm thinking? That's not what I'm thinking.
As you say that,
sure?
it just starts responding. Yes, you are.
I'm gonna grab it and go. I'm gonna have you write. We'll save you for more the comedy. Thank you, but we'll learn to work together some other time. And Aurelian's gonna cross out a bunch of the profanities in the manuscript and start rewriting it using the other.
You like it?
It's interesting, that's for sure.
It's
Seems
fun.
to work.
As you kind of get
Yeah.
towards the end, you start crossing out. You see there's quite this, what can only be described as a vapid description of bodily fluids.
Oh, it's
I don't like that.
it's rather good at writing smut.
Yeah, well, could be a new style for you.
I didn't know that that usage of viscous mucus could really make you feel something, but it's creative.
Sticky.
You never thought you needed to see it right. The consistency, yet not quite flavor of runny egg whites.
Ugh.
I see. So this whimsy quill is just a quill of Desisms.
Yeah, yeah. This is just
Yeah.
this quill's an excuse for Des to put in their stuff.
This is an excuse me to make curse jokes on stream.
I hate you.
Yep. Des told us about the
Okay,
quill,
Des.
and we're like, that's going to Vidi.
Oh, speaking of, here it is, and I'll pull out the very fine cloak, give it a flick. The color palette reminded us of you. Why did you put this on?
I mean, cloaks aren't necessarily in fashion, but I appreciate the thought.
It's +1 to charisma checks. Put it on.
I was gonna put it on. When you say charisma checks,
Any ability
charisma
check
check.
that uses your charisma.
so any
Charisma.
skill
Persuasion,
check,
deception, and intimidation.
Persuasion,
skill check.
deception,
Yeah.
performance, instrument.
Are you sure?
Yeah?
Okay.
+1.
If
We look a bit fancier. It's nice.
Ali, I think we nailed that.
I'd
I
shorten it
think
up
so.
a little bit, but
Yeah.
thank you.
Could sort of fold it. Just at the back there.
Or maybe I could just drape it over one arm, and maybe it'll make me look extra dramatic.
I think that's
As
the
long as it
look.
doesn't interfere
that.
with your casting.
Oh no,
Most
the
of my-
draping over one arm is that's the ticket.
Yeah, most of my
Yeah, nice.
casting is I just speak.
Very fancy. Right.
Aurelian, I've got one more gift for you. Emmeline and Ali have already got theirs, but I'll pull out a small, what looks to be a gold coin with costume gems emblazoned into it. The gold coin has been since cleared, and the gems make up a bit of a house crest. And there's a hole punched in the top of the coin, and it's on like a brass chain. I'll slide it over to you. This is my way of saying thank you. You all saved my sister's life. You didn't have to. We were on a job, and the job is a job, but my sister lives in no small part to what you did. This is a promise coin. My sister and I both know what they are. If you're ever in trouble, if you ever need help, if you ever need someone to go to the shops, I'm yours. This is a freebie from me, or my sister. Name it. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. Doesn't matter where I am. That's one free pass.
And look at the others, and then grab the coin up. Okay. I mean, we probably would have done it anyway, but this is a nice gesture.
It is.
So one other thing I need to know from you all. I know there's idea to give it to Rhea, but since she's not here, I need to know who's holding on to the mysterious journal for now.
Aaliyah
If
will
you
hold
want
on
to
to it
read
for
it.
now. I'll just.
Let me know.
Oh, I'll take a quick
Mysterious
thumb.
journal?
Yeah.
So, important thing to know about the mysterious journal: while you're holding it, you have access to the Toll the Dead cantrip.
Oh.
That's cool.
Oh.
Oh, that's very
Would you like?
mysterious.
There's 5 entries in it. Would you like to read it?
Yeah. As soon as I realized that I can access the cantrip,
So
Leo's going to sit down.
you can all sit down and
oh.
read this as you open it up. It's a big enough journal as you kind of gather around.
I'll turn it around so everyone can read. Leo can read upside down.
It's you can't make out the second name of the author, but whoever owned this journal went by the name Leora. It's a journal bound in cracked, weathered leather. Its surface is etched with a faint swirling pattern. The pages inside are yellowed and brittle. It's got a precise flowing handwriting. Inside, there's a faint smell that clings to it of pine and burnt paper. Entry 1. It began with the lights. They flicker even when no spell has been cast. I hear them whispering in the halls at night. No one else hears it. Am I imagining them? The words feel like they're crawling under my skin. Should I follow it? That's entry 1. Entry 2 follows. The professors don't see it. Or do they refuse to? I swear the murals in the town and the alchemy tower have changed. New faces that don't belong. They're behind the painted trees. They shift when your back's turned. Yesterday I swear one smiled at me. Entry 3. 13 bells at midnight. Every midnight. What's trying to talk to me? I can hear a door just after, but why can nobody else hear this? Feels like there's something behind it. It's waiting. Entry 4. I met her again. Her is underlined. In the woods just by the river Jubek. She said my answers beneath the school. Her eyes were wrong. I think she wants me to follow this, but I don't know if I can trust her. How did she know my name? And then the final entry. The final bell is all it'll take. It's gonna sound soon. The key I hid inside the headmaster's office behind the painting with the loose brick. I'm going to do this. It's gotta be fate, surely. But if somebody finds this... Oh, I hope if I fail, there's still people to find this. That's it.
Leo,
Where did you
do you
get this?
know this?
Well, that's.
Leora?
Do I know this, Leora?
Not a name that rings a bell to you.
Nope.
Throughout any of my research on adventurers and heroes.
It's a common enough half-elven name.
Have you ever been beneath the school, Leo?
I mean, there's certain rooms of storerooms and some laboratories need to be underground. But
Right.
as far as catacombs or dungeons or anything of the sort underneath the...
That's
I
where
will
we
let
hide
you
all
all
the
know.
booze.
This is one, if not the only level agnostic quests in the game. Feel free to do this whenever you wish.
Ooh.
Oh no.
What's this mural it speaks of? An alchemy tower?
Well,
Leo's been into the alchemy tower several times. What's
I think even I
What-
would know what.
Yeah, there's a similar mural around town. There's some small little kind of some are small, some are larger. There are various forest depictions of the forest just near the river Jubek. Some of them are prettier, some of them are more pivoted towards where the tip of the mountain was dropped on the forces of Castelia and depict that and the heroes of the heroes of Mantar-Thir. Some of them take the battle in a more politically neutral stance and just there were heroes on both sides. And the one inside the alchemy tower mostly focuses on it as a feat of magic. But inside there is some of the depictions show the scale almost, the foot soldiers on the more forest floor side of things and the trees around it. So the faces poking out from behind trees isn't something you've ever thought of. As the clock strikes midnight, Leo, you hear boom, boom, boom. There are 13 bells. No one else hears it.
To the rest. Oh, fuck. It was only 12 there.
No, there was 13.
No, there wasn't.
No. I was counting.
No,
There were
I thought
13.
that's
Ali's-
right.
Ali's going to insight that. Is Leo just playing a prank right here? That's a
Can I make an insight as well?
Yeah.
dirty 20.
Also dirty.
I'm not fucking with you.
Twinsies.
No.
Right.
13. I
Ooh.
thought it was quite poignant, the timing and the counting.
Yeah. Maybe because you're a student?
No, clearly this book is influencing my perception of the bells.
Yes.
Uh,
Interesting.
This rantings of a madman is of concern, but it's something to look into later.
You did
I
get
mean,
this from
maybe
Professor
if we come
Cullen.
across-
You could always ask her.
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
well-
if we come across another one of those murals around town, maybe we could do some compare contrast. Some I Spy.
Mm.
Yes, I think a analysis of of what I'm perceiving while this book is in my possession, and I think a control group for an experiment is quite useful.
And you'll let us know if you start going crazy and start hearing things.
Oh, I think it's due to an attachment to this book.
Yeah.
It seems to give some latent magical ability. I'm quite happy to hold on to it, but if anyone else would like to be the test subject, I'm more than happy to cede control.
It's all right.
I will pass for now.
Seems more
If
like
it gets
I've never been good at hypotheses. I think you're, for better or for worse, the best test subject and researcher for this endeavor.
Just don't get lost in your own head.
Happens more than you think. Research requires a clear mind. I'm more than happy to be the victim here, but does anyone else need an offensive cantrip that's 1d8 to 1d12?
I mean, the only
Yeah.
range I've got is non-magical. That's the only thing I'm thinking.
I do have an offensive trip. Singular. Well, I'm
Look, I'll
not
hold-
sound. I'm not a sound mind, but
But
I
that's
know
evident.
I know my mind of the. Is that a joke?
I'm trying it out. You told me to listen
Yeah,
up.
it kind of works.
I'm very, very proud of you, Leo.
It's very laddie.
But I do know my mind like the back of my hand. I would hope. So maybe I could hold on to it.
Spin the journal around. Slide it your way.
Pick it up.
Give that a go.
Was it Leora? You said?
Leora, yes. Liora.
Yes.
Well, Leora, whoever you are, bring it on.
Sounds like a story you might enjoy.
Oh,
But I'll
very
tell you
much
what.
so.
I will grab it off you again tomorrow. I'm a bit busy tonight. But tomorrow I'm going to go see Professor Akun. I've made some progress on the platinum disc and I just need overnight to work.
Sure.
I'll take the book with me.
But you just gave it to me.
Oh yeah, hold on to it. See if you can make any more sense out of it overnight.
He'll take it tomorrow.
But I'll take it
Okay.
tomorrow to show the professor.
With
Understood.
that, we rest up on the night of the 11th and make our way to the morning of the 12th. You guys
I do
have-
not.
You do not. You all have about... You don't know exactly when your next mission from the Tavis estate will come in, but you surely have about a week, if not more.
Mm.
You'll be reached out to when the time comes when they have work that they think would be suitable for you. So each of you individually, this is semi downtime, or if you want to pursue this journal at this stage of the campaign. I'm okay. We'll start with Leah, since I feel like you have the clearest cut idea of what you want to do first.
Mhm.
So the following morning, after an all-nighter,
eyes hanging out of the front of his face.
Nate,
Paper stuck to his face.
as you finish analyzing the small device, with each click, it expands a bit, revealing a star map. But this orrery star map isn't like the ones you recognize.
I fucking
There's-
knew it.
There's 3 extra moons and 1 extra planet. The moons line up, forming a pathway that could, in theory, connect Quenthos to Zarthel to Vitrizion. And there's an extra planet that's sitting just between Principal and Karsathor. It doesn't look like a joke or like a trick item. It's too complicated. It's old. As you unclick some of the bits, rust and gunk and such of old exposure come from between the edges. It's unusual, if anything. It's not a star map that makes sense in the stars you can view at night.
Now that I've got it open and working, identify, detect magic.
Nothing.
Awesome. Off to Professor Arcoon.
So you make
I grab
your
the
way.
book from Aurelian. Off I
Easily
go.
done. So you make your way to. Actually, I suppose I'll open this. Would you be bringing anyone with you to Professor Arcoon? Would anyone like to go with Leah to Professor Arcoon?
I'll open the floor.
What's like? What do they teach, Professor Arcane?
Antiquity.
No, I'm alright.
She's Professor Leo.
Actually, you know, like I have nothing to lose. I'll just tag along.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's
So
come
Emily,
along.
keeping an eye on her headless
Camera.
chickens of her,
Yeah,
her group. Good to know where they are at all times.
exactly. No.
So,
Just in
I'll
case.
tell you-
put your hands. Are you? Who's going to Elwinet's office to ask A about this little disc that Leo has, and then B the journal?
I'm going.
Okay, so 2 of you make your way to the office as you kind of boom, boom, boom on the door. Kind of a weary-eyed Professor Elwineth, who's probably spent more time cleaning up from the festival activities. Still in the same clothes as the day before. Looks like her hair, it's always messy, but it's just like that little bit extra messy. Oh, hello, Leo, and I want to say it's Emily.
Emily.
Emeline,
Good to meet you
Emily.
again, Professor.
Professor, I've done it.
You've done it.
Bang! Manic. Put it in front of her.
You did it quick. Did you cheat?
No. I
How
used
did you
everything at
think-
my disposal to. I figured it out. It's wrong.
It's curious.
The stars are
It is-
wrong. Here's a star map that I got from.
This is the original version as she kind of goes over and she has like this very large orrery that she's been finishing setting up. You recognize some of the boxes as some of the stuff she had helped get from the Antiquities Exchange
Yeah.
shipped over. And it's large. And when I say large, it's like 8-foot diameter in like solar system model scale of what is in that star map. That's
Pocket
the- well, that's what this is based on.
What am I looking at, Professor?
I don't know. That's the beauty. It's
That
Something-
planet's wrong.
that planet's wrong, and
These
all
all-
3 of those moons are wrong. You see, I found this in the Woad and various versions, and it seems to be a pre-300-year war depiction. We're talking pre-dawn, maybe, of early settlers brought over by the guiding light of what they imagined or what they saw when they looked up at the stars and what they believed the cosmology to be. And for some reason, not only that, we're missing a moon. Apparently we had 3, not 2. And Zarthel and Vitrizian also have one. And you see, as she kind of rotates the orrery as it goes around, and various times of like the equinox, the moon from Zarthel to Quenthos to Vitrizian forms a straight shoot. Coincidentally, at the equinox, very straight line through from the prime material to the sleepless dreams to the fairies.
Leo was born where the barriers between realms, or Leo was conceived where the barriers between realms are weakest. Does this ring any bells about the weakening of barriers as they start to
Nothing for the
line up?
elementals exist on the prime material. They're not a separate realm. They're a separate part of the prime material that like has the innate energies of the realm, but this is not that.
And when's the next equinox?
Well, we're spring now, so there should be one just passed, and so the next one will probably be. Yeah, I'd say by now, the next equinox will be in the autumn months, so about a half a year away.
Go back in time quick.
6 months till the next one.
I know I'm trying to figure out exactly what this is going to mean. I have theories. So there's a species of people, or was a species of people once upon a time in Vitrizian called the Lunarians. They're a moth people of sorts that had something of a falling out with a being called the Moonlit King, and they tried to start an uprising on one of the moons. And there's nothing in history that says the moon was destroyed in the uprising, but they were banished from the Fey realm to the prime material. And I'm wondering if this might be connected to that. Haven't the foggiest about any of the other moon on Zarthel, Quenthos, or the extra planet in between Principal and that's a bit of a stumper, but we'll figure it out.
Sure we will. Leah's just committing all of this to memory.
You're free to take as much time as you want to look at it. This is currently where all the funding for my research is going, so...
I must admit, when I came along with you, Leo, I did not know what this is about, and
Welcome
I
to the
feel
party.
slightly overwhelmed now that they do know this.
Has anyone observed the missing planet? Have you talked to astronomers or astrologers?
I've reached out to various prescient and starless experts. Unfortunately, both reside underground. Not excellent stargazers.
Useless.
There's some Ceruvian elves that do practice a tradition, but very unfortunately, all of their history is oral history. They're not ones for documenting. So I'm finding small bits.
No respect for academia.
It's a cultural difference. No.
Sure is.
My best bet is trying to go check through some stuff in the woad. Find some... I've been trying to seek out some of the hags that predate the guiding lights, people that were brought in over. The scraps of humanity that existed here before humanity as a concept was brought over. Back when we were ocean to ocean woad.
That would be helpful. I've met a witch of the woad.
Oh. I very much would like to meet one. Maybe they would know.
When I was adventuring with Rhea, we stumbled through a portal, and Nathan's not remembering, but Leo would, the name of the giant-ass tree we were in.
Yeah, the heart tree.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Just the
Hang
fucking
on.
heart tree. Just the fucking
Yeah.
heart tree. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but we met the witch at the heart tree. Rhea seemed quite comfortable and familiar.
I must ask you to introduce me sometime when I've had a chance to analyze this a little more.
Oh, you've met Rhea, the strange fox
No,
girl.
I'm asking you to introduce me to the witch. Sometime.
Oh, not really my introduction to make, but I'm sure Rhea would oblige.
Well, perhaps we go on a trip there sometime. Sure, I could get
That'd be
clearance
fun.
from the Lyceum.
Speaking of clearance to the Lyceum, from the Lyceum, Professor, I may be doing a bit of fieldwork this semester. I might need some flexibility in my classes. I was wondering if you could advocate on my behalf. It's follow-up work from the 10th realm.
Submit the request in writing and I'll get it approved.
Understood.
I
I'll
can
have
get
it in
you
your
your
desk.
course load semester in advance. I can get you the spring and summer semester.
Perfect. Both semesters would be useful.
If you don't finish the curriculum, I will warn you, you still have to be back in the end of summer for the tests.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I can be here for the exams. That's not a problem. I think Kelstrom might have maybe a grumble about me missing classes. It seems to happen before.
No, he has a soft spot for you. Don't let him know, though.
I will. Oh. Okay. Cool.
Nature's pet.
Conjuration wizards, we're going to stick together. Solidarity.
Not many of you.
Yeah.
Rare breed.
Run done after 5.5.
Right?
Too soon.
I can get that sorted for you.
I'll just quickly whip out a piece of paper and smash a letter together. There we go.
All right. Here-
Last, I've got a palate cleanser if you're a little bit too sick of looking at orreries.
Sure.
We found this journal that we got from you. Have you read it?
I don't recognize that.
Professor, this was in the prizes we got from you at the festival last night.
No. She kind of reaches to her desk and she's got a stack of very similar looking journals. No, it was these. Would have been given out for the prize for one token.
It's Tom Riddle's journal from Harry Potter. Got it.
It's a very, it's inspired by that. Yeah, 100, thanks for catching on.
Professor, there's.
Half-Blood Prince nonsense.
I'll telekinesis.
If I didn't have a
push some
magic school and do a mystery, I am a failure as a DM.
yeah, that's not the reason. So I'll put the journal down and move the other ones aside so that it's separate from those. What do you make of it?
It's
Take a
old.
read, and then I've got a story for you.
Very quickly, kind of scans through it. All right.
It's magical.
She casts detect magic. It's not pinging magical.
I'll hold the thing up, look around for something that I could cast a training dummy or something. I'm sure there's one in the corner.
Yeah.
Toll the dead.
Doesn't work.
Flip it open is the same content in the
It's the same content.
Professor, last night this was giving Emmeline. This is
It did
Wait.
appear to have some effects, but I did not use it like you did. I was not
I'm
aware
gonna
of
put it
everything I
down.
could do.
I need a reality check here. Professor, last night when the midnight bells sounded, I heard 13.
I was 12.
No, I assume that's the case. However, my ears told me there were 13. Like this book. I believe this book is affecting my perception of reality in some way. And I would be remiss if I didn't have Emmeline to make sure that I'm not going mad through some curse or influence. but also that I
Professor-
didn't go and feed it to someone with authority in this matter.
Professor, are magical items and the like able to hide their magical effects from some people, or choose to turn them off and on?
They can. It's not unknown. One second. She tries to cast a spell magic. Nothing. It could be some form of avoidance enchantment. It could be something. I'm not sure. It's odd. I don't recall giving this to you for what it is worth. Are you 100% you got it from me? No pickpocket or anything going around town playing a prank on you?
No, Professor. I'm quite confident. My recollection of events is not affected.
Could it be possible that the enchantment is not on the book itself? If it got transferred over to you, perhaps?
Professor, am I cursed?
Cast detect magic on you.
Deeply.
Fair.
I'm sure you have much wrong with you, but no curses.
It mentions a key behind a painting in Kelstrom's office. I don't have any interest in breaking into the headmaster's office, but perhaps if you have the opportunity, would you mind checking?
I'm curious, admittedly. The Alchemy Tower. This is old. This is an old book. I would start by asking our alchemy professor. That would probably be a smarter place to begin with. If anyone knew alchemy students, it's going to be the alchemy professor.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't know who this Liara is, but I'm sure we all keep excellent records. Calliope must be doing something in regards to that. I would start by asking Calliope. Although, well, depends how old this is. Well, the Lyceum was founded in 602 New Dawn, so this could be anywhere in the ballpark of 132 years old, depending on... No, the Alchemy Tower would have been built about 10 years after construction. Calliope's not been the professor for that long. I think before she was the professor, Professor Stoneheart covered alchemy as well. They're very old for a Goliath. Don't let their stony exterior fool you. They taught alchemy since, they've been teaching here some 65 odd years.
I think that's enough to go on.
Let me know if anything comes of it. It sounds like quite the fantastical story.
Yeah. It sounds like someone's descent into madness, and I'm not looking to replicate it.
I'm curious who this woman they mention in the 4th entry is.
Yes, that did strike me as well.
What is the passage again?
It says, I met her again in the woods just by River Jubek. She said my answer is beneath the school. Her eyes were wrong. I think she wants me to follow this. I don't know if I can trust her. How did she know my name? That's kind of telling in its own right.
Are there many myths and stories about the River Jubek?
Anything it's near Crater's Crest. There's little woods just near Sarton. There's a little bit of a woods towards Casellia. It's across the zip. It's very far away for a student to be going. A couple of days drive. It's not completely on. It's about what? Talking 3-4 days? Which is unusual in its own. If someone would think someone's talking woods close to the school, they'd be talking the Savin woods, but apparently not. That's curious, though. 13 bells. Maybe it's just a very compelling entry to someone's novel. I don't know. If you do
But
figure
Leo,
it
you
out, I
asked-
would like to know.
Emmeline?
You are certain that you did hear the 13 bells, though?
Yes. I assure you.
Someone else should hold it tonight then. When the clock goes midnight, have someone else of your friends hold on to it.
That's the plan. We think we might stress test the experiment.
At least you've been paying some attention in my classes. That is good. Your scientific method.
I pay
is-
attention.
You do.
to
You
all
do.
the-
You're very good. But no, this is If this does come up dangerous, so please do let us know. Students walking
Will
around with
do.
something dangerous or life-threatening is just irresponsible for an arcane academy.
I mean, it's a bit par for the course, really. I'm going to quickly use minor conjuration to make a copy of the orrery.
Yeah.
Got it. Good. Next homework.
Give me a couple days. I'll get your coursework for the 2 semesters, and that will be plenty. That should
No,
take
it
you all
won't.
the way up to 3rd level spells in most approaches.
Any extracurricular?
Let me assemble your course load first, and I'll see what is already being covered and what I can add onto it to help.
Overload me. I don't like being bored.
Yeah, but I'm also aware of what you're going. If you're not going to be in town, I can also arrange all of the rest of your yearly supplies to be brought to you in one care package.
That would help. I've been chipping away at them. It seems a bit low, but that's all right.
I mean, a lot of the students do. We cover, for those on scholarship, a decent amount for most 1st level spells that we'll get through. I'm sure if you're struggling to get extra ink and paper, you could always reach out to some of the professors. I'm sure they have odd jobs that they would certainly be willing to get done in exchange for more.
Yes, perhaps I will. Thank you. I'm not struggling yet, but it's good to know that it's an option. Thank you, Professor. I'll keep you posted on the progress of, and I'll pat the book and pick it up. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Perfect. So,
And that's Leo.
Nice to
I've
meet you
That's
again.
spoken for too long.
it's been
Never.
a pleasure. If there's anything else you need of me, please just let me know.
Bow. Walk
So,
out.
throughout the day's events or possible coming days, Ali, what are you up to?
I would like to see if I'm not sure if there is. All right, there's 3 avenues that I could take with this.
Ooh.
I want to find a library, either a public one, one at the Lyceum that I may have access to, or even one at the Tavis Estate that I might have access to.
Okay. Tell me the contents of
looking
which
for
you're looking for, and I can tell you which is your best bet.
Looking for information on the woad pertaining to Fanes.
Okay. Your best bet is probably going to be the Tavis Estate.
And who would I speak to facilitate it?
So if you wanted to go anywhere in the Tavis Estate, your best bet to start is going to be Emmeline.
Cool. Yeah, I'll catch her when she gets back from.
Walks back in
Nerding
after that. Yeah. Witnessing Leo nerd out.
Emmeline, I was wanting to do a little bit of research or information gathering. I was wondering if there was a library or something here that I might have access to. I'm looking for information on Fanes.
Vince. Right,
I don't really know what I'm allowed to access here, but
I imagine that there would be like a sort of more of an open library space here, Des.
There's a library on the bottom floor of the estate, which is like anyone of the Tavis members. This is like free, like inbound zone. Anyone could go there if they so wish. You also know that on the 2nd floor, a room that's not often occupied, but you would have known they came in this morning. Yanward, or Jan, if for those that would be closer to him, the head of magic and research for the Tavis estate.
Yeah.
Also, you would know that they are currently under a very similar affliction to Zenral. They have started the transition to vampirism.
Ah. Okay.
So they're in the estate. They're not. They're still milling around in the mornings. You know, Yanward is a human. Who's kind of got blonde, medium length hair. Normally seen in kind of like half mage's robes and just like some basic slacks. He's got a couple jeweled rings for various sort of enchantments. But he is everything study for the Tavis estate. Any magic that they need to get access to, he is the one that does that for them.
Yeah, even better for you, Ali. I think I can direct you towards, I suppose, the Tavis expert on magical things. Quite the intelligent man. He should be able to point you in the direction of the books if they are here. Although I will say, be gentle with him.
Of course.
He is going through some stuff at the moment.
Okay, not a
Do
problem.
not be too demanding. Emily,
I am not
lead the way.
demanding.
So as you make your way, kind of dunk 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 on the library door, that's out of bounds, but you can see kind of movement from behind it. Do you hear this voice go? Who is it?
It is Emmeline. I'm bringing along one of the new people.
Oh, all right. Please come in, but close the door behind you.
Of course. Opens the door.
Crack it just enough to walk through, and
There's like a wince at the light. You see everything's kind of dimmed down in here.
How are you?
I'm all right. But how it goes, I'm not excellent. I'm not going to lie, Emmeline. Yeah.
I've seen you worse.
I'm getting to the stage where a lot of food's starting to taste quite poor, unless it's the sustenance in which I need. You must be Alethea. I've heard a fair bit about you. All positive, I assure you.
Glad to hear it.
Your blood curse interests me greatly.
It interests quite a few people, none more than me.
Myself and Lord Tavis have been communicating back and forth as much as we can. He has been giving me various bits. I have a few tinctures and such set up to experiment on you with. Sorry for the language. That sounds like
it's all right.
I have to help you, perhaps. Lord Tavis has assured me that he thinks he knows a way kind of similar to what it is.
Okay, that's good.
By sound alone. What can I do for you? Oh, I'm being rude. My name is Yanwood. You can call me Yan.
Yan, it's a pleasure to meet you. Feel free to call me Ali.
Oh, Ali. Lovely name.
I'm looking for information on the Fanes of this world. Particularly any that may have interacted with my father around the Taurus.
Your father, Kermal, very interesting study on that man. I tell you, which Fane do you want to know? Your father's friend of the Fanes, plural.
Oh, it was plural. Okay, right. It's
it was kind of your father's. See, there was this ancient order once upon a time that was an order of knights within the woad, protectors of sorts. Whole shebang, like very, very folklore, oaths, swearing fealty, life for the woad. Very, I think it was like, there's 9 knights of it, or there was meant to be once upon a time. He was orders crumbling. He found a sword, chased that path down. I don't know if he joined the order, if there were still other members, or if he reignited it. That bit gets muddled depending on whom you ask.
Okay.
New information to you then, I think.
Sword.
Sword, not his glaive, which is, again, another artifact of extremely interesting importance.
Yeah, I had one vision of him recently, of him with said sword. I hadn't seen it before.
Yeah, no, to most,
the glaive is.
Glaive's his primary weapon, although I am told from, again, conflicting experts that have seen sight nor tail of him. The sword is kind of saved for only the most extreme. The glaive is the every day to day. But it's kind of, the sword isn't drawn unless intent to really, well. One moment.
Finish things.
And he just goes over to a bucket and just gets sick. And then he just gets back up and walks back over.
Fair enough. Okay. Interesting.
But Valid near north of Yundav. Valid were very... There's a Fane amongst them. Good relations with them. Then a fellow dragon, which is not Valid Felid, similar, not same. Kind of this tiger-like being that looks like a dragon, wings and all. There's a Fane like that in near... what's the place called? It's such a quaint little place. Jordan. That's it. It's an arena settlement.
Okay.
Beautiful, but you would struggle. You're very tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great area. But there's I don't actually know what it is. It's only known as Behemoth of the Land. There's conflicting reports. Some say it's like a 80-foot long bullet. But that's just a descriptor.
It's big.
Most Fanes bar the human ones are.
Okay. Right. Actually, you might be able to help with this vision I mentioned. There was a ruins, like maybe a plinth or tablet or something that my father was looking over with a hobgoblin individual.
Yes.
I don't exactly know where it was, but it was definitely south of. It was in the wold. There were no snow, no cold environments. It was. Yeah, I place like that rings a bell at all. Allie will try and describe it as best she can.
Plain south of the road, there's going to be many. I'm not going to sugarcoat that for you.
Of course.
I'm not going to be able to do that, but
Rhea said much of the same.
Avruk is the man he's with.
Avruk.
Avruk, you said hobgoblin with kind of weird abilities? That's AVI UK, if you're wondering.
Avruk. Okay. A fellow knight of this order, or?
No, your father was part of a small group of heroes.
Oh, a fellow adventurer.
Yeah, no, your father traveled with this man for quite some time. I believe there was also a changeling by the name of Pim who still lives in Levoka. Yeah, so there was him. Arvok is a Avrok, sorry. Not Arvok. Avrok it was known to be a sorceress of some odd origin. And the changeling Pim was something of a mix mash of stealth when needed be and wound repair in dire circumstance. Your father traveled with them for the better part of 8 years, I believe.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you. I come for information on Fane and get all this. It's great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We don't know much about Avrok, but we do know they originally hailed from, I believe, Low tracked down their origin to a small place near Pivel in the Torith.
Okay, makes sense.
There was some form of
makes sense.
Blighted origin. We don't know where their sorcerer's powers really come from. Very difficult to pin down a sorcerer's origin because I swear to God, you can't throw a stone in a room full of sorcerers without hitting someone's unique origin of the powers.
Does that blighted ring a bell with the story that my mother told me of him helping the druids with some form of blight and curse?
Could be.
Okay.
You're like, oh fuck, this is using my backstory. Shit, and just start checking through it.
Only just reread everything in fine detail again.
Des is using my backstory. Fuck yeah, let's go. Okay, right. Well, thank you very much for this. I won't keep you any longer.
No, look, you're absolutely more than welcome whenever you can. I'm not going to be here all that long. I'm coming down to see, I think her name was Wisteria. I've been researching the Ember Rift, bit by bit.
Oh, wonderful. Yes. Ria will like that.
I haven't yet to track her down, and whenever I go outside, the entire world spins, so I will not be going outside. If you see her, tell her to come to me.
Yeah, we will.
We'll let her know.
When we find her too.
But I'm still, we're fully admittedly, we're looking into your father, obviously, for looking into your blood curse. It hails from him, so I expect to hear from me over the coming days as well. It's fully possible.
Yeah. Have you got the most recent update with actually last night I took a tincture that was made from concentrated woad essence or something?
That should track. That it was so a very long pipeline way around of that was a recipe sent from Lord Tavis to myself, who sent that to Ophelia, who sent that to Calliope.
Okay. It might actually be worth me speaking to Sally and seeing what I owe for this.
Oh, you don't owe anything. Well, you're that's the benefit of working for the Tavis estate as well. We want you in tip-top health.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
How
we
have
get
you
health
found working
insurance
for the
as part of
estate?
this job. This is great.
Yeah. Doesn't cover dental though.
How have you found your time with the estate so far? I hope nothing's come too shocking.
It's been-
nothing too dangerous.
no, I mean it was a little of a steep learning curve with I think learning the value of restraint and sort of nod towards Emmeline.
Oh
But,
yeah, your little bard buddy fucked up entirely, didn't he?
Oh yeah. But you know,
Yes.
it's all right.
But look at this
new
way. You
money.
didn't fuck up, and you're getting nothing but benefits. This is an absolute win.
Yeah, I mean, the Tavis estate has been very kind to me. I, you know.
I hope you do not mind. On your behalf, I have reached out to your family up in Bellerin. I'm requesting your
I was
siblings
actually-
to come down for a small trip, just so we can really see into them as well.
Oh,
I would go to
thank
them,
you very much for that.
but I don't want to get
Yeah,
sick on them.
Yeah, no, that's completely fine. I was actually going to ask someone. I was going to get in contact with my aunt and wasn't sure if.
Oh, would you like to send a letter? I can Loa's in contact with your family.
Yeah, I will. I'll get that written up over the coming days and pass it on. But I
When you
wasn't
have it
sure
done,
if,
just if you're in town, drop it into the letterbox or give it to Emmeline.
Yeah, of course.
She give it to me. Or honestly, you have, as long as the library door is open and unlocked, that means I'm in here. It's normally an out of bounds zone for most agents, but you have my full authority to come up here when you so wish. I will say, if any of the
Thank
books
you.
are chained to the wall, don't take them down. They may eat your soul.
Yeah, I'm not a fool. Chained things generally should stay that way. Chained objects. Chained people, probably not, but you know.
I mean, it's a weird way to take the conversation, but if it's an offer, it's an offer. I just. I don't think I have the stomach for anything like
Flashback
that
to
right
last campaign. Flashback to last campaign when Zeph was taking chain books off the wall.
Yeah.
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 But
All right.
No, it's an
I'll take
absolute
my leave.
pleasure to meet you. I hope to meet more of your group.
And yourself.
Um,
Yes. I hope you feel better soon.
I hopefully will. I take it at this stage you understand there's the gift going around the family. He kind of pokes at his fangs coming in.
Now I do. Okay. Right.
And a lot of the rumors are, I assumed, look, tell anyone you'll get murdered. So there's that.
Hey, there's no point me telling anyone about this.
It is a gift that is difficult to control. It is, I made a smidge of a fool of myself on the first few days.
Happens to the best of us, I'm sure.
I did things I'm not proud to a honey roasted ham that was not yet finished cooking, but here we are.
All is forgiven, I assume.
All right.
A gift
That's
that
why
is
we didn't
easily
have the
given,
ham.
but hard to control.
All right.
It's an
Best of
honor.
luck.
If you need
Sure,
anything
please.
from me, please just holler, scream, kick and shout, whatever you need to do. Just don't get caught by Lady Tavis if you act the fool in the estate.
I'll knock politely.
That's probably for the best. As he takes your hand and gives a very friendly shake.
Yeah. Take my leave, reeling with this information that my father had friends.
Oh fuck! My dad was a person. This is just like when you randomly
Oh,
sit down with
God.
your dad and he's like, "Oh yeah, this one summer I was a fucking park warden and I shot poachers," and you're like, "You can't just drop lore." Like,
You have a gun?
Your dad was American?
Hold up.
your dad was Texas Walker Ranger and he invented the European Union. Oh fuck!
Shut up, Des.
Oh,
Shut
no.
the fuck up. Don't you dare bring League copy
Copy masters into fucking D&D.
into
Okay.
D&D.
So, Emmeline, is there anything you would specifically like to do today?
Let's try and limit it down. I at least want to. I did book that reading in with Velon,
You did.
which would be impolite if I didn't pretend that.
Well, if it would be impolite.
Then I should go along.
So, kind of make your way through the school. It's odd seeing learning in such a place like this. It's not completely unfamiliar to you. You've been in classrooms, but something to this level is just a little different to what you're used to.
Civilized.
Gotta flip pages. My book is fighting against me. Sorry, I have S tier fucking notes for today. Okay, so you make your way into Valorant's office. Kind of, you see he's sitting there. You come in, he's got just like this pipe is blowing, smoke, just kind of chilling. Oh, right on time when I thought you'd be.
Of course. However, before we start, you did not tell me the full story. You left out a few important details in this whole tale of anger between you and Lady Tavis.
What details did I leave out between me and Lindis?
The fact that the two of you were going out together.
I suppose you could call it that.
She definitely sees it like that.
I mean, we never never actually sat down and had the conversation being like, "Oh, what are we?"
You went out for 2 years.
Yeah, but like casually.
It was not casual for her.
That would make a lot
And
of
then-
sense.
Yes, and then you just randomly called her hair greasy and... Well,
I attest that was an excellent joke and roast from the fucking gods when I got them, but she did not see it as such.
no, and I think a part of it is still there in her mind, but
She's married now, it's fine. No ill will.
sure, let us go with that.
I was young. I was stupid. So I'm still stupid, but I'm not young anymore. So is that?
That's true. At least now you can look into the future and see what obvious mistakes to avoid.
Is this about to be a reading that's going to be an obvious mistake to me, Emmeline?
I hope
She
not.
sent you here to kill me.
Oh, please, I do not think I could do that.
No, you definitely
As
couldn't.
talented,
That's all
as
right.
talented as I am, I do not think I could do that.
All right, I've foreseen my death. I don't go like this.
Huh? How do you go?
A glorious time surrounded by the people who adore me and the ones who love me.
Tell the truth.
A ditch somewhere. I'm pretty sure someone kills me. I got stabbed in the back. I'm 98% sure. But on the right side, I look hella old. So at least I got that.
It is a long time from now, then.
It's enough. So, sit down. I've been wondering. We'll look into your future in 3 different levels of intensity. We'll try and check your immediate future. And we'll check a slightly broader range. And we'll zoom out as far as we can go to check what could maybe be years away. Are you sure you want to do this?
Of course. I want to see how good you are.
Yeah. Let's see. He lays out a set of cards and pulls a spread of 3. And he pulls the first card, which is the Hermit. As he looks down, I see an all-consuming anxiety, hopelessness, and coming from a place of extreme loneliness. You abandoned a journey in favor of something a little bit more introspective of what you want. You're looking for something for personal enlightenment now. There's going to be something soon. A feeling of being crushed by the world around you. Could be stronger than ever, but if you delve too deep into that darkness on your quest for insight, you could lose yourself. Let's try and zoom out a little bit now and just look what's next. So I've got my notes here. I just want to make sure I have everything. Because I did this ahead of time, just make sure I could. Cards were pulled around him, I will say that. They were done, but I took notes to make this just a bit more cohesive for him. Next one he pulls is the Magician.
Ooh.
Well, as above, so below. There's been a lot of manipulation in your life. See, this magician's not like some in other decks. He's corrupted. He once stood for power and expertise, but now there's feelings of what to come as disorganization and perhaps slight impotence. It's going to be at an all-time high of a conflict, a chaotic time. You're going to have to make some great decision between 2 driving forces, pulling you in either direction. Must understand, the further we get back, further into the future, the more vague this might get. But where's my notes? I've got this one. There. So, last card he pulls for your far future is the 7 of Wands.
Ooh.
Well, competition and strife will take its toll. It looks like this is going to be a great long deal for you, Emmeline. It's a warning. Constant competition and comparison is going to drain you into something. You'll be burnt out. You're going to be vulnerable to a lot of influence, overwhelmed by fighting battles on all sides. I see you on the precipice of giving in. There is hope yet in this card. A resilience. Deep reservoirs of strength to overcome this. A plateau you must break through if you wish to even survive it. Looks like you've got a tumultuous road ahead of you.
Indeed it does. That does not look like my future will be smooth sailing.
A lot of choices to be made.
Indeed. And a lot of choices that seem like they can lead me down bad. Well, bad, I suppose, paths.
Well, adventurous life is a dangerous one, so it doesn't surprise me.
True. And the work I do is dangerous, so no, it makes sense. It makes sense. But thank you. Well on for the telling.
Glean some insight from it. I hope it's nothing too bad for you, though.
Oh, it is insight and it is answers. I appreciate both. Thank you for that.
You're most
and
certainly welcome.
thank you for making the time.
Well, be a poor professor of prophecies and divination if I made no prophecies nor divining.
Yes, there is still that prophecy that you made for us, which is...
Don't know what I said. Apologize for that. There's nothing worse than accidentally
want-
prophesizing in front of people.
Did you want me to recite it back to you?
Honestly, I'm not going to glean much insight from it. It's not going to trigger another prophecy from me. It's not going to do anything from me. In fact, I found when these things happen, I'm better off not knowing, because then I'm just going to try and analyze my own prophecy, look further into it. It's a whole mess of me trying to analyze myself and figure out, well, what was the tone when I said it? And then you ask someone to play back through some form of illusion what you said, and then you start focusing, did I sound like that? And it's just, ugh.
No, that is fair. That is fair. If we discover what it's all about, would you like to know?
Sure, absolutely. Prophecies are always kind of what you make them. And there's always a bit of wiggle room, in my opinion. There's always some form of vaguity that can help go one way or the other. There's room. Don't be too... Sometimes trying to avoid a prophecy is the very thing that makes the prophecy fulfilled, so... Some of them are just self-fulfilling. Be wary of that.
Noted. I will not dedicate my life driving headfirst into it. But curious to see what happens with it.
If I have any more prophecies about your impending doom, I will let you know.
I'm sure they will be endless, especially as we continue on. But
Look, keep coming back. It's always I know we don't really run in similar circles. You work with Lindis, and I do a lot of work with Prince Calasindir and Lord Egoth. Conflicting stories. But I'm always happy to help. You know. Leo is one of my students. I'm fond enough of him. And Aurelian, although a dropout, and can rub some people the wrong way, he's a good kid.
Noted. I'm sure you will see plenty of us with Leo in our party.
He'll come begging for homework.
He will. And I'll probably be there with the rest of them in the back, waiting for Leo to get whatever homework is assigned from him, from all the professors. I think we should be here for a week or so. So, not impending on your part, but probably would be good to have something ready for him soon.
I'll get something. I got a request in my pigeonhole. He wants all his coursework for the next 2 semesters to be done self-paced on his own time, so it kind of fucks me. I don't plan my courses that long in advance.
I mean, you think you could, being able to see into the future and being able to predict things that would come your way, but
That's the thing. And I learned this at a young enough age with it. life got very boring when I used the divination to see as far into the future as I could. I knew everything that was going to happen, so now I like to leave everything to the last second and let chaos rule as much as I can. Keep life interesting.
I suppose that would make it more of an adventure for you. But I shall not keep much more of your time, Phil. Thank you.
If you stay here any longer, you're going to have to sign up for the school. Well, the entrance exam is a tricky bastard.
No, I do not think I would do well in a school like this.
Go on, get out of here.
Out.
For expedience sake now, as much as I would love to do endless downtime in Venzeridan,
No.
over the next week, Maddie shows up to Venzeridan in the next couple of days. You get time to spend with her. You get enough time to do whatever small bits of shopping you want to do outside of stream. You can hit me up if there's anything you specifically want to buy. I'll let you know if it's in stock or available. But as the end of the week comes, you all, wherever you are at that time, receive a summons for the Tavis estate. As you each individually make your way over there. You're all called into a familiar kind of meeting room with Lady Tavis. Please, all of you, have a seat.
Who's up, chair?
When you see Jan and Carol is in here. Jan is new for most of you, bar Ali and Emmeline. So, we have our next mission for you. It's not going to necessarily be an easy one, if I'm being honest. Part of me is apprehensive to allow this to be you all, but I trust and have faith that this is the right thing to do. There's been a development over the past few days that something is affecting the world. And as a favour to some of the witches over there, my Lord husband has agreed that we will look into that, and we thought you all the best group to go to it. We'll be sending you to Lavoka to enter into the world, and, well, Jan, you can take over. He goes, all right, well, simply enough, Ali. You're going to have to reach out to your father's companion, Pim, because we have reason to believe your father is interacting with whatever is damaging the world. This has come in from the last person who saw him. As they show you and put down on front of you, if you check stream, the latest edition of what your father looks like. This is as we last saw him spotted. There seems to be some form of curse progressing up his arms and up his face. He's not acting rationally from what we know. We think it's best if you reach out to his old companion and find out whatever information you can. We don't think or know if he is the one directly affecting the world, but we need to stop it, whatever it is. So with that, we need you all to go and seek out a local witch of the road there by the name of Kanasi. We've got a small medallion that should help you gain access to her domain. She should have further information on it. We don't know the last known location. We don't know why Caramel is doing what he's doing. We don't know the ritual, but without Lord Tavis here and his expertise in the world, it is very difficult to show or see exactly what could be happening. We need a witch of the word on this. And with all of you being, well, with Rhea being connected to a witch of the word, we believe it perhaps to be this Kanasi. we figured you the best to go. I say this with no small hint of sorrow. Should you encounter your father, if he may not see reason, we encourage you, if must come to it, to subdue him and bring him back. Lord Tavis is certain that we can help your affliction, and we hope your father is not too far gone. You are muted. AJ, you're muted.
Okay. All right. I will do my best. And you just see Ali is drinking in this image of her father.
Also, take a second to add a character. So this is done by Monologue on Instagram. This is 2 now. I have more pieces on the way soon. But so far, this is my favorite fucking piece I've gotten done.
Oh,
I
so
swear to God, Carrie is a
so
badass
good.
motherfucker.
Oh. That's whose feet it were.
Surprise,
We were all-
Dad.
We were all peeping on your dad's
Dad's-
feet.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm.
God
So-
damn.
Take him in. You can see the curse going up his arms, the hands darkening, the curse going up his neck and face,
The birds,
the birds in the
Bird.
background,
the feather
and
in
that
his hair.
fucking glaive.
Oh,
It's pretty badass. Not gonna lie.
sick. It's sick. Right. I'm sorry.
So, for reward for this, obviously, there's plenty of personal to gain from this. But, very simply put, 300 gold for each of you is the base reward. And based on how you approach us and how you do it, Lord Tavis and Lady Tavis may be incentivized to give bonuses for work well done. So it's 1,500 gold for the thing, with potential depending on how well you do this mission. That's me as a DM very handy making it so that 1,500 splits evenly by 5.
Yay.
The only thing we
Perfect.
have to go off of it, on the inciting incident. Ali,
Hmm.
your father has slain one of the Fanes. And that's where we're ending the session.
Oh.
Huh?
What?
So,
Can't wait
if
to
you guys liked what you saw, please consider dropping a follow. Thank you so much for the gave subs today. That was really, really nice of you, Uldra, and Twitch. Thanks for spending money. Yeah, we're gonna get on our way to Lavoca next session.
What just
Yeah.
happened?
But we'll see you next time. This will be broadcasted again live as a rebroadcast Monday at 12 p.m. GMT +1, as long as nothing calls me to the house this time. And
We've lost AJ.
Yeah.
that's so much fun.
Happy AJ noises.
Bye.
See you guys.
Oh, we're screwed.